Oh, this might be a short one. But we'll see. Welcome back to Rowdy Rascals. Let's make sure our YouTube creating minigame rules. We're gonna change the title here to 5 tech art. It's a tech art stream. Nice. Okay. I think today it would be cool to do the cheering stuff. Oh, we also... Let's just take a look. I'll maybe like cross a bunch of things off the list. Household hijinks. Oh yeah, there's that bug where the broom doesn't always show up, which is a little annoying. We also... Right, so I don't think we have to do those bumpers anymore because it doesn't really travel along the edge, which is great. And maybe the size of the arena is also good. Yeah, let's work on the crowd and maybe even work on the cloth material here. I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, and I honestly don't know if I need to make more textures. Like we're gonna do a painted wood for these goals here, and I kind of feel like we don't really need to go through Substance Painter and make custom materials with like nice edges and stuff, because it's just gonna be painted wood, and I have our own material for that. All right. Let's go into the particle system. So we got the cutout crowd. I think Jesse, our developer, might have touched this a little bit. Yeah, we can just delete that. That was for testing, without gameplay. Right. Okay. So let's add some custom parameters to these assets here that allow us to, yeah. We're going to user disk coverage. Make a user parameter for that. And then we can also enable material overrides. And then let's make a material here. Material interface. Maybe that's right. Yep. Material. I wish they put the... Yeah, I can just do that myself. Underscores. Okay, cool. And then what material are we using on this crowd guy? Oh, that's right. So hockey crowd, that's just MI block out red. Okay. So block out red. So we're breaking out some of these parameters. That's more or less the design and layout of the characters that spawn into user parameters that we can tweak manually in the blueprint, probably, and as well as the material, because as opposed to making two different hockey crowd systems, I'm going to make hockey crowd red, and I'm going to make another one, hockey crowd blue. So what was it? We have red on the right, blue on the left. Red on the right is easy to remember. So we can we got blue here, so block out blue. Now that we've exposed these parameters from Niagara. Oh, I didn't assign it. Right, that makes sense. So in mesh render, we need to assign the user parameter binding. Here, for the material, it's kind of unique. The material does it like that. I think the static mesh does as well. And then we should have blue. Yep, we do. And since it's seeded, they're going to lay out the same kind of every time. So that's just that. Alright, so let's scrunch the red guys to the right. So distribution like that. Look at that. And then distribution of these guys. Actually, the easiest way to do this is, yeah, let's keep that. Oh, did I undo that parameter binding? Yeah, I did. I hit Control-Z too many times. Nice. Okay, so let's take the blue guys, and first we scrunch them. And then rotate them over here. And then we'll scrunch these, because I want to see where they've ended up. Yeah. Nice. Okay, cool. And right now, it should work that only the red guys are gonna... The red people are gonna cheer. Yep. I mean, that's expected, because right now, in our event graph, we only have red hooked up to cheer. That is expected. So, score effects... what we can do... as opposed to save on... Let's do a select here. Let's do a select here. And we'll make it a bool. And call the bool is red score. Did red score, we'll say. Right. So did red score. And as opposed to hooking this up directly, we'll say if red true. And what we have to do is still less work than doing it the other way, which it would be to make two different tracks for this, but we can just set a boolean and have it pick which target each time. So let me do that. And I think I'll have time to get into the net, which is going to be a fun reaction as well. And then now we just need to make a reference to the blue one. If it's not red scoring, then it's obviously the blue. Alright. Wouldn't it be cool if people were watching this stream at some point? I'd love to get some reactions and tips and share some tips and secrets of my own. Someday, hopefully. Hopefully. I'm not a very social person. I don't really like engaging or talking with people too much, but when it's about this stuff, I could not be more excited. So, I am kind of streaming hoping that I get to connect with people about this stuff. Okay. Okay. Actually, yeah, I forgot to make a post into our Discord. It's okay. It's a late one. I kind of, you know, it's a little late, so the East Coast is probably snoozing right now. Okay, sorry, I spaced out a little bit. Right, so let's see. Score effects. What is telling... Let's go find this and let's see what our developer did to tell it to score. So we're going to reference viewer, cut out crowd. Interesting. They should be... No, that's not right. I mean, it should be. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm in the crowd. The goal, right. It's being called from the goal. So how do we know who scores? I guess there's nothing... We don't have that set up yet, so it's going to be really hard to do that. But what I can do is... on score effects, this is what I should do, is add a boolean, did red score, and I need to replace all these with that. I am red-green colorblind, so this line right here, actually, let's see if we can do a little hot tip right here. For colorblind people, if you are colorblind like me, this red line is near invisible. I can find it just by kind of tracing back to here and like getting my cursor on it, but it is like that on that gray is near invisible. So I'm pretty sure there is Boolean pin type color. Here we go. Thank God. Let's get this to like more of an orange and brighter. Oh yeah. See, red. Yeah. I mean, it's not great. This is definitely better. And it's still red, which helps me. I'm gonna copy this color, but that helps me so much more. It's a bit of a terracotta salmon color, but it's just a world of difference for me. Should I make this look better? I should. I'm gonna. And one more. Oh, one more. Let's make it kind of dirty first. Then we select all of them and Shift D. Nope. Q? It's Q. Yeah, then Q. Oh, so nice. Okay. Nice. All right. And I can see it. Cheerlerp, crowd, cut out. Okay. So now that we added an exposed Boolean variable to this score effects, when we eventually get the team system working and we know which team has scored, we'll be able to communicate that right here. Yeah, which we won't be able to do yet, unfortunately. But we got the groundwork here. We've got the crowd set up to cheer when there's a score. Okay. Now I'm kind of excited to start the work on this cloth. I think we can do some pretty fun reactions when the tire goes into the goal. I want it to have a little bit of like organic flowiness to it, and man, what? Something goofy. Next week when I meet up with the developer again. We have a meeting next week. I will ask him about some of this stuff, because I cannot fix the thing not spawning. It looks so funny. Damn, why doesn't it spawn? It's like beneath at her feet. Okay, see, it does now. It does look good. I like how this turned out. Especially the little head bob as he's doing it. I think this could be an iconic game if we get it working. Okay, so yeah, let's go in and let's open up our... Was it in blockout? Oh man. Hockey rink, right? So blockout the 9th, rink the 10th. It's definitely rink. Hockey rink. Okay. Okay. We need to make sure this is UV'd, and I touched on this a while ago. Let's go back in the UV space. Because I want something to wrap, I'm going to show you what it looks like now. I think I have a UV checker, I think. UV toolkit. I can do a UV checker. We'll do 1K. Yeah. See yeah, it doesn't quite look right how it's lined up. We want it to be square. And things don't really seem to like bend across the... I guess it's not too noticeable, but it will be with the right pattern. So what I want to do, and I'll do it on one of them first. Yeah, because you want it to be like... Yeah, it's straight here, but then it goes straight down this way. But what you want it to do is come straight and then take the curve, like it's like it would if you draped a piece of cloth like that. I'm not explaining it well, but you'll see in a second. So what I'm gonna do is follow active quads on a quad. If I do it on this quad, because it's quad's not actually square, it's gonna follow the pattern that this quad has, its shape. Continue that through the other quads. But so what I want to do is square up the quad by grabbing the side edges, scaling X to 0. Scaling X to 0 so it's flat, and doing the same, scaling Y to 0 on the top and bottom. Control L. Now that we have this one square and I go follow active quads, the rest will be square. And you'll see like how it stretches and kind of bends and scrunches naturally how it's supposed to be. So it looks like the cloth, and you can see here it might look pleasing in its own way, but it's when I get like a fabric pattern here that's like a cutout, it's gonna look unnatural if the cutout is like looks like it's projected from an angle versus a real piece of cloth, which the cutout would bend and go straight on this edge as well. So let's do it for this one too. And I've already like, the good way to start it is to kind of like rotate it till like one of the quads is mostly upright. So you want to like warp it as little as possible. So this one's like mostly straight. Scale on X there, scale on X there. Control L with this one being the active quad. Follow active quads. We got another straight one. Nice. Okay. And these should be generally the same size. And I'm going to kind of overlay them on top of each other for a second. Yeah, that's good enough. In fact, it actually isn't a problem to have these just laid on top of each other anyways. And let's make this guy straight too, so that the warping and all that, I want the warping to happen in the geometry, not in the UVs, because the warping should happen from the actual stretch of the geometry, so the UV should be straight. Yeah, that looks right. It looks like they are a little. So here, we've picked this guy as our quad. Follow active quads. Nice. Okay. Nice. And these all look kind of the right size. Like these, you can tell that the scale of the UVs isn't too off, the texel density, so it won't, if I put the same material on it, it won't look like one thing's like vastly larger than the other. Let's confirm that though. I'm gonna go to ZenUV. And these are all plugins I paid for from Blender Marketplace. UV Toolkit, ZenUV, UV Packmaster, super helpful. UV Packmaster, you have to install their engine to, so it uses your CUDA cores and your NVIDIA GPU, and it packs super fast. I use this for just packing UVs. UV Toolkit is just like your basic UV tools that Blender doesn't really come with. But these are really nice. It's kind of like Nightshade in Maya. Or what was Nightshade before it became just their UV toolset. And Zen UV is like another general UV toolset, but it's got good texel density checker and setter. So I'm going to go to island mode, get texel density, and then set texel density. All right. So these scaled a little bit, but we're still good. These don't have to overlap exactly, but I'm doing it for now just to save UV space. So let's give ourselves as much space as possible on this. Nice. Let's get rid of this material that we have on here. And we also definitely want to paint vertex weights. And I don't think, did I do that yet? I don't think I did. We want to paint vertex weights on this because we're going to use that when we do the vertex position offset stuff in the shader. So let's see, vertex paint. Oh, I already painted it. Hell yeah, that's nice. So I painted it, and I probably covered this. I likely covered this in a previous. Oh, I thought that was. It's just the reflectivity of the material, which is really misleading. Okay, so we have a really good vertex paint here. This is awesome. What I've done is I've painted the edges black so that they have no influence. And then I painted the body of it white so that it is fully influenced. And I did the vertex blurring here. You can see I can paint and then paint white. And then I can also use the blur tool to like blend it in. And that's what I did for these edges all the way around. And so now I'm happy that I did that already. So let's re-export this. Do I have the goal as all one? I think this is all one piece here. So, yeah, so we've got goal wood. Goal cloth. And how do I have it in Unreal Engine? Did I import it as one piece, or did I do separate geometry for it? I did separate geometry. Interesting. That's good. So goal cloth, hockey output. Well, where is it? Beam household hockey output rank goal. Rank goal. I see. Whatever. Okay, so these are separate meshes. I always like regret when I do it like that. I export them as like one piece and then separate them in engine. I always regret doing that. So rank goal. Selected objects, no materials, so that when I re-import this, it does not change the material assignments on it. Alright, nice. So I think I have some textures in here. Let's see, utility, sponge. I have, yeah, this crosshatch. I could use this. Is this tiling though? I think it is tiling. I think it is tiling. Or maybe not. I'm going to start a material. Let's see. I have the MMPBR, which I probably don't need. So we've got. I can make an MM cloth, a mesh material for the cloth. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make a cloth material, then make this more universal. Oh, I hate it when I do that. Can I not rename this now? Oh, it lets me. It's advanced. I think I even ran into this on the stream. I'm having deja vu. So let's copy over just some basic stuff from PBR. So it's base color, metallic roughness. Let's see. We've got base color texture. And tint. We'll copy that over. Make this really simple. Multiply by a color. We'll make this white. Plug that into base color, and let's get our base color declared redirector, reroute. Valid named reroute. Oh, I see. Here we go. I gotta get that going over here. I did the work once, so I don't want to do it again, so. We just need a simple version of all of these. Metallic and roughness, this one's super straightforward, thankfully. Let's get our metallic and our roughness, our named reroutes here. Do we have anything for opacity? Opacity mask. Where's our opacity mask? Right. We have it coming from here. And let's make the default masked. Opacity coming from packed into, I think, I mean, yeah. Yep, the alpha here, and then we have opacity mask, and then opacity mask, and then opacity. And this is our slider for if it's translucent. We can just select how translucent it is. Okay, so this is pretty simple. These declared reroutes are really simple. It's just search reroute, add named reroute declaration node. It's really simple. You just call it like, I'm gonna call it AO, and you plug all your AO stuff in here. Oh, I have AO right here. That's funny. I already have AO. Whoops. So let's make a different one. Let's call it WPO. And then you can find it in here. And then when we do our WPO, and we're actually going to do that now, we'll just plug it into here, and then we can have these things elsewhere and not like be cluttered up and have a huge spaghetti plugging into the master material here. So let's open a painter. Make a quick material for that. Yeah, we'll use a simple base color, and we'll make it tiling. I wonder if we use designer for it. Yeah, but we need to do that. We have a specific, I've set up a specific material channel packing just for Rowdy Rascals, because Rowdy Rascals doesn't use normal maps, and I've got a specific like emissive and opacity packing thing going on. So let's get our let's find where this thing is. I hope my tuber guy has been up this whole time. I have been streaming, right? Yeah. Why does it say starting? Oh, yeah. I wasn't at the head. Okay, let's get this guy. Yeah, we want to export him just as a rank cloth sub, just this mesh only, and then it's in our Geo folder, rank cloth sub. We should try to get away with as small a resolution as possible, so I'll even try making this in 1K. I don't think we should need more than that. Let's go in 1K, okay. So, let's see, let's find a pattern. We want to find like a, is there like a net pattern across... Oh boy. It's really low net. Yeah, this ain't right. There might be something in here, huh? No, there won't be. Wonder if we have to make it with some of this stuff we've already made. Yeah, there should be like, why is there not just like a simple net? I guess we could invert a tile generator. Yeah. I guess we could do that. But I'm gonna, as a backup, I'm gonna go into, alright, so let's see. Let's do, we want to open up our, let's make a new substance graph, whatever. We want to do PBR metal rough with alpha test, because we want that opacity, but we want masked opacity. We want to make a new material here. And we want to add opacity to the channels lists, and let's just see opacity here, and let's just drop this guy in here. This is not going to look good. Opacity. We want to invert. I mean, that's, you know, I guess that's kind of right. Definitely needs to be. Oh, come on. Brick. Kind of got a net going on here. I actually kind of like the bulge at the intersections. It looks like little knots. Kind of like that. Let's see. Oh boy. Yeah, because square. Yeah, that doesn't look as good as the bulge. So see what I mean up here? How it's like it's scrunched in here and it gets fatter down here. I wanted that. That's why I had to fix the UVs. Also, so that this edge actually wrapped around and went straight here like a net would. Otherwise, it would have gone like down and this angle, which didn't look right. But it looks like the net is scrunched here and stretched here, which is exactly what I want. So it's like, you know, looks like actual cloth was strung up. Okay. Yeah, this might be good. Let's go into... let's see... Roughness high, color, we can do like a slightly string-like color. And I wonder if we should even, let's go into our Rowdy load them up. Should save this file too. Rowdy base. Let's see what happens. We drop Rowdy base on here. Should we bake this just for the heck of it? Just like a really quick bake. Oh, it's on top of itself, which is not good. Yeah, we don't want to bake it. It's going to look nasty. We want to delete the bake. Yes, we do. I think these have a good should have, yeah, color variation, strokes. Yeah, let's get this. So a little bit of color variation in there. You can really not tell. It's like a crazy optical illusion. What we also want to do is add an effect or a filter just for the opacity. Warp. Let's see what we can get away with. Not that for sure. Intensity divider. Let's do 1,000. Crank that intensity up. And we want to lower the source tiling quite a lot. 0.1. And then intensity. Yeah, even less. 0.05. 0.02. And let's intensity 500. 1,000. We want to blur the source a bit. Hopefully it gets rid of some of that glitchiness. 5,000. Do we like this? Yeah, I think a little bit of that is nice. Just a little bit. We don't need anything crazy. Let's see how this looks. So we got hockey net. Okay. Let's go to export textures. We're going to use our Rowdy channel packed. Okay, why do we have two of these here? I don't like that. Base color opacity. Texture set. Yeah, texture set. Texture set. Normal. Come on now. Is that the difference? Yeah, that's the only difference. Make sure to note that. So this is the one with the normal channel, which we don't want to use today. Rowdy channel packed, just the regular one. Rowdy channel packed. Let's do output template and then 1K resolution. So fast. Textures, PBR, house. Now I'm opening up on my other screen the textures. Just 2 textures, it's so easy. Okay. So the default cloth, let's just say yeah, we can do I see how I'm doing this. Okay. I see. Where's the... Okay. Ooh, that's a nice wallpaper roughness. What random roughness can I grab for this that makes the most sense? Occlusion, roughness. It doesn't matter, I'm just gonna grab that. Okay, cool. Yep. So let's get some waviness happening. What I want to do is actually grab this guy and then use that as the preview mesh here. WPO. Okay. Let's just do some simple noise. You know, 3D noise is rough because you can't scale it very easily. So we might want to consider using texture noise because we can scale it much easier. Let's go to our utility folder. We have all our noises. Let's get like just this guy. Noise, texture, and we're gonna just right away make a WPO group for this. Okay, and let's get vertex position, vertex. Vertex tangent. Forgot which one is the one we want to use, but I think it's normal because we wanted to use the, let's see, start previewing node. Yeah, I think this is right. It's tangent. Let's see what this looks like. No, that's not it. Okay. We want to be able to add to that. Stop preview node. So let's just see what happens if we it's starting to push out. Cool, so let's start previewing node here. Yeah, stop previewing node. Okay, so I'm just visualizing this right now. So, call this WPO noise tiling. This is WPO. So let's make this like 3. Yeah, see? Yeah, it's working. Cool. 2, 1. We want it to be kind of big. We'll really fine-tune this once we get it animating stuff, which we'll do now. Let's add to that. Let's get time. Let's multiply time by, let's append vector, and then make our own, because we're modifying the x and y parameter of the UV space, and so we're making our own vector of x and y. So let's make a scalar, call this x noise speed, y noise speed. You get the picture. It's working. It's actually pretty simple. I mean, obviously this is pretty insane. Honestly, this noise even like looks a little jiggly, so let's make x noise speed 0.1, then y noise speed 0.35. And WPO is like that. Nice. Okay, and then we want to say WPO strength. We can have it start at 0, but for preview of purposes, we'll have it start at 3. That really moved everything, didn't it? Did it? Yes, it did. Which means we want to offset this value. We want to offset this value, subtract 0.5. Yes. Okay, because basically this is what's happening. We have grayscale noise texture that goes from 0 to 1. It probably never hits 1, never hits 0, but it's always a range of above 0. And anytime that that number is above 0, it's adding that amount, like, you know, the mid-grays would be 0.5 added offset to that normal, to that vertex. So we're only adding, and so when we're only adding this WPO strength, we're just slowly moving in one direction, basically. And we just keep moving and moving, and the strength just always pushing one direction. But by subtracting 0.5, I'm basically remapping this 0 to 1 range of this texture to negative 0.5 and positive 0.5. So it's the same, you know, 0 to 1 range, just offset negative 0.5 to positive 0.5, which is the same, you know, value range. But now it's going to be kind of more or less centered around the vertex's original position. So we're, instead of just adding a degree of like 0 to 1 from that vertex position, we're offset in the center of it. So it's going from 0.5%, you know, 0.5 in positive and 0.5 in negative. So you can see when I go WPO 0, it's roughly in the same position. versus if I had it as it was before. The bigger the number gets, the more you see it like moving off into space, and I had like 500 and it's like way out there. And subtract 0.5 and we're roughly in the same space. Alright, cool. That makes sense. Nice. Okay. Now we want to add in masking, the option to mask based on there being a vertex color. So vertex color, and we can preview this. Look at that. The values look a little more dramatic here, but they look a little different here. Oh, you know why that is? It's because this mesh is previewing as gray. Oh, that's so lame. Okay. Yeah, how do I change that? Forgot how I changed that. This might help. And then go to weight paint. Vertex paint. A little bit. Okay. Vertex color. And we want to say... I'm going to pick... Should I lerp or should I just bool? Yep, so let's do multiply. No, we're going to lerp. Between that and multiplying that by the vertex color. And we'll say vertex paint masking. Alright. So now let's pump this up to 10. Let's add vertex paint masking to 1. So you see that it's only moving. It's not moving at the edges where I've painted black. And it's only moving in the middle. This looks pretty good. Nice. Some rolling shadows and all that, and it's all like stretching a little bit. Cool. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to use these default values. I can say default 1, this, WPO strength default, let's just say 3. And I think we're clean over here. This is a good default cloth material I think we can use for a lot of stuff. Just being a little OCD there, okay. Nice. Make a material instance of that. MI cloth. No, we're going to call this hockey net. We're going to make a new folder here. MG Rinky Dink. Our first unique material for this minigame. And hockey net color opacity. Hockey net occlusion reference metallic. And we want to make the tint on this one red, reddish. No, I think these can be more or less like just like a net color. I can do, yeah, I might want in the future do a more complicated tinting system, but for now this is fine. Yeah, so let's take this, let's go to Rinky Dink Goal. Skadoosh. Nice. It's not too visible. I will say that. It is not too visible. I think I can make that net more stylized. Did I just close Painter? No, I didn't. And I don't need you, designer. I can make that more stylized just by making the scale a little bit bigger. $30 and $30. I think even more. $20 and $20. It's really cartoony like that. Okay. And we're just going to replace those. And then update these. Nice. Cool. I can maybe make these colors a little bit darker. I mean, this is not the final environment, so a lot better in the future. But I wonder if I just like make it like the goal colors. No, I should make this like a little bit darker, I think. Yeah. More like a burlap color. You know, it really does give it a backyard sport vibe, the net. I like it. Maybe I can even make it, something's goofy for sure. Maybe I can even make it a little bit thicker. Let's see, was that scale? Yeah, a little bit thicker, just because it's a cartoon. Nice. And let's make them waving. Do I have a speed setting on this? Yeah, I've got speed. Duh, I have speed. So let's, while we're in this view, we can live tweak this so that it's more obvious what we're doing. All right, we're in WPO. Oh, I must have not. Oh, yep. Look at that. I didn't add these to noise tiling. WPO. WPO. WPO strength. I also didn't add that. My bad. Vertex fading. Also didn't add that. Okay. And this is definitely added. All right. We had some parameters on without a that were not organized under a category. So they're a little harder to find if you do that. Okay. Let's just... You can see it a lot better now. It's kind of cool looking. Wonder if they shouldn't cast shadows. Oh, also, I should make them two-sided. There, so you can see both sides of the net. Cast shadow as mask? What does that do? That's for light mask. We're not using that. Okay. And what if I have it not cast a shadow? Something to consider. In case it looks too busy. Definitely something to consider. Alright, let's get this back down. Let's like tweak these WPO settings a little bit. Strength and speed. Noise tiling. We want this a little bit less. Yeah, there we go. Just a little alive. That's cool. Let's if this boost it up to. That looks pretty good. I think that looks great. And then let's give the painted wood look to these. We can do that. Gold wood. So let's go to tiling PBR. Painted red. Red on the right. We've got the red painted wood here. And this is using the thin paint, so that's good. And then do we have painted wood blue? Blue lighter. Red thin. We need a blue thin for sure. Blue thin. And I have got a different mass texture for that. There we go. Oh. We want the wood color to look like it does here. So we want that base color text to be, let's see, blue thin. Tint B. Use 2 tint off. So we want use 2 tint off for this too. And the tint we had at that color for the red. Let's make it the same color wood. Nice. Is the paint scale painted paint color? No, we want this one. That's the one we're trying to copy. Yep. Alright. We're the same. Alright, nice. Blue thin. Wood blue thin painted. Alright, so let's go here. Let's find the wood here. Cool. That looks great. Heck yeah. That looks awesome. And then we'll get, maybe next time we'll do the, I don't want to get ahead of myself. It is exciting to work on the texturing and like kind of making things look nice, but maybe we can work on the environment a little bit next time. But I'm excited to do the like paint on the court. I think that will look really cool. Nice, looking great. Maybe I'll take a break now. I definitely want to do, I need to do some more VFX reactions because we've got the confetti, but I think we need like more of like a poof and explosion to kind of hide when the tire disappears when it goes in the net. Oh, isn't that awesome? Let's see if I can save it. No, you can't. You just have to let it go in. That's awesome. He has it catching way at the end, and I think that's too late. I think I had this push forward a little bit more. Scoring collision. No, it's interesting. I wonder. I'll just talk to him about how, because it looks like it's going really far in the net before it captures the score. This is starting to look really fun. And red just doesn't care. Red is cheering for anybody who makes a point. Oh no, it's blue that's cheering. Yeah, blue cheers. Yeah, blue cheers for everybody. Alright, so yeah, red's got to score when it's a blue goal. It goes in the blue net, and then blue is going to cheer when it goes in the red net. Maybe I should have the particle systems match, like have it be a certain tint. Since I have it set up to know which one is scored, I can have like the particle system color be different. Nice. All right, that was fun. Thanks all of nobody yet, unfortunately, but someday. I believe. I believe. Peace.